Hello everyone, welcome back. And this will be your weekly reading for the sign of Sagittarius for the week of May 11th. And I would like to thank each and every one of you personally for all the thumbs up on all the videos that you've watched. You've hit the hype button. Wow, thank you. You also shared my channel with others, so thank you again. And of course, for all the lovely comments, it is so nice to hear from each and every one of you. It definitely makes my week. It lifts my spirits. It gives me hope and inspiration. So I truly thank each and every one of you for doing that for me. I hope I do the same for you. So again, thank you. Nine of Rods. So you've decided something this week for yourself, a new decision, a way to move forward, and you're understanding you are the only one in control of this. Nobody can push you around, nobody can sway you off your path. You've already made your decision, and now you have decided to move forward with it. So you are definitely feeling stronger in your convictions. So you definitely made a decision. Like I said, you're drawing the line in the sand on this in particular moment, and you're realizing that there's no going back from here. You've already made that decision. You have the courage. You're trusting in your own faith moving forward, and you're geared up for this. So, Two of Rods. So definitely feeling stronger. Understanding all the possibilities are here. The Two of Rods, that's empowerment, moving forward, strength, looking out to the future with optimism, and willing now to make plans. Take the next step, making a decision, discovering, for some of you, you may be leaving a home that you have been at for a long time, and making travel plans for the future as well. You're really starting to be your own individual, although you always have been. You're very strong-willed that way. If you don't like something, you will change it. But this is you feeling more of doing things that you've always wanted to do. And the Four of Pentacles, definitely. Watching your finances, making good investments, holding back. You've always saved for that rainy day, whether people realize it or not. You don't need to share that. So you are understanding what it takes for you to be comfortable, how much you want to have. Maybe you're saving for something. You're saving for that security for your future, and you're very convicted in the thoughts that you will achieve. So you're in control of that, and you, above all, realize that. There's something that you want in your life, and you're willing to save in order to achieve it. And you will, because, wow, you have determination. And the King of Pentacles. Definitely investing in your future. This is investments in life, investments in finances. You're feeling more confident and comfortable. You're not sharing everything with others because nobody needs to know your business, and it's starting to grow. You can see it, so it makes you want to invest more. Slow and steady wins the race. You will have what it is that you want. You're in overdrive right now for that. You want to get going. And the High Priestess. Yeah. Feeling more balance. Something something shifted this week, and it helps you to feel more self-confidence, trusting in yourself again, feeling that you are much more capable than even you thought. So this is you having that standing up for yourself attitude, knowing that you can have whatever you want. You just have to stay steady at it. Okay, and the Knight of Rods. Yes, it looks like you're actually making some plans for the future, for exciting plans for travel. And this can be by vehicle, this can be by motorcycle, but you are definitely looking into doing something totally different for yourself. Something that you probably wouldn't have done normally, but you're curbing that impulse because you're starting to realize that's a weakness within yourself. Like, not to just, yes, let's go do that. No. You check it all out before you take those next steps. And that's in everything in your life. That's people coming into your life. That's investments in your life. That's travel plans, all of the above. You have learned to give yourself that 3 minutes before you step into something now. So good for you for that. And the Ace of Swords. See? If you were feeling stuck at all recently, it's gone. The skies are opening up. You're thinking much more clearly now about what it is you desire and how to go and accomplish it. So good on you. Like, this is your, like, here I come world sort of attitude. You know, you're starting something totally fresh and no longer backsliding. So, wow, that is some definitely steady movement. You know, you've got a problem, you'll go to bed, you'll think about how to handle it, and then, you know, take that action. But you're not just reacting anymore. You're realizing the results of that, and you want to continue on this swing of upward, you know, getting rid of problems, handling things much more easy in your life. And the only way you can do that is to curb your impulses. All right, and the Ace of Pentacles. Nice. There's your yes card from the universe. It's a very lucky card. You know, it brings you tangible goods, material gains, the end result of what you chose. You know, this can be a small windfall coming in for some of you. There's money coming in, that's for sure, whether it's a windfall or a lucky go around, but it is requiring you to go talk to somebody with much more knowledge than yourself about your finances, how to invest, where to put your money, how to put it in some cases. And you are moving forward on your dreams as well. You've done your research, you figure out what it's going to look like, and then you move into it. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. You're trying to leave a legacy. A good one. It looks like for some of you might be getting an inheritance or some financial help somewhere. And it is not only giving you that lift up, and this is unexpected, by the way. You weren't, this was not expected to happen, but it has. And you want to, jump and do something, but you're slowing yourself down. You're curbing that impulses, and you're investing it for the future. You're making sure that what has been given to you doesn't just, melt away like the snow. No, you're making sure that it's like the snowball going down the hill. It's picking up momentum and snow as it goes. So you're investing for your future. And boy, it's going to be a beautiful legacy. And the Two of Cups. Look at the company. Coming together, like-minded people. Right place, right time. You're just starting something totally new, but it is coming together nicely, but you're smarter, much, much smarter. This can be a love partnership. This can just be a partnership that, you love being around each other. This is maturity. This is marriage, connection. There's definitely coming together with much more enthusiasm and optimism for your future. Ooh, Four of Pentacles. Look at the celebration. I like it. This is like you've come home, you're in the right company, the right people, the right place, right time, all those rights. And, this is celebration, joy, harmony, marriage, home, community. This is like a welcoming home. You're finally found where you feel comfortable, where you can be who you are without being judged in any form. You get to say what you want, act how you want without, the next morning people sitting around having coffee and laughing at you. You fit in. And the Page of Rods. So definitely vacation is in the future. There's no doubt about that. You know, there's an opportunity here right before you, and you can see it. And you are understanding that this door is opening for you. This looks like a new career for many of you. It's a creative project that is getting off the ground. You're not holding back. You're taking these opportunities and going forward, understanding things are really changing for you. And it's like the universe has planted this for you. You're going to hear a message from somebody in a distance for travel or work or both. And it's really going to pick you up on a higher note. And this looks like an opportunity, a practical one that is going to pay off handsomely. So, wow. You know, you're really moving forward. You're understanding that this is your time to take this new opportunity, this new venture, you know, and go with it and see what comes out of it. Ah, the Six of Cups, very nice. Get to hang around and think about the past. You know, people, places, and things that made you happy, things that you have accomplished. You are just in such a more childish frame of mind, like just sitting back smiling, thinking maybe you've watched a show or somebody said something and it just helped you flood back to time of innocence and acceptance. And it just helps you to recenter again. Look at that. Three of Swords, you're healing. You've healed. You took the swords out. You know, you had a bad relationship in the past and whew, it really cost you because you closed the doors, you know, on love and receiving. And now you're opening back up. The swords are gone. You get to experience life again. You're smarter for it. You know, that's not much of a consolation. And what I mean by that is, if something doesn't fit, you know it now. So you're not, you know, putting and wasting time, energy, and effort. So you're reopening back into receiving love in all its forms into your life again. And the Wheel. Yes. Understanding something has changed. You can finally release things from the past and step into this new future. This is good karma, good luck, life cycle, destiny. You know, this is your turning point. Something changed and set you free. So instead of going ups and downs and wondering and worrying, you're just stepping into this full-heartedly, optimistically, moving forward. And the King of Rods. Definitely motivated to take this change. Wow. You know, you're making plans for trips in the future. You're taking more initiative to enjoy yourself instead of, you know, always stressing and worrying. You are understanding you are the master of your own plans for your future. So you're leaving some things behind, but you can see what's coming. You're following your intuition. You're listening to yourself more. You're trusting that you're making the right decisions. And you're not getting carried away with anything. You're just doing what makes you tick. Yeah, and the Tower. Yes, there's been a Tower moment, an aha moment, however you want to call that. But you have realized, you know, for others, this may be a sudden change. For yourself, no. You've seen it. You listen to your intuition. You're already started to shift and change. You know, this is just your awakening to what is really being presented to you by the people around you. So this isn't a sudden thing to you. This is your reality. You're realizing where your own inner strengths are. You've already corrected for this. You already got ready. You knew it was coming. It was just when. So you are starting something totally new and fresh for yourself. And that can be something so simple as you had to get together with family and, you know, the whole thing went sideways and now you know who to invite for the next family get together sort of thing. You know, it doesn't have to be totally a disaster. It can be something so simple and, you know, and that's not always simple to some people, but I'm just using that as an example. And the Star card, look at that, starting fresh, willing to put time, energy, and effort into this, and being okay with the outcome. This is hope, calm, faith, renewal, more spirituality in your life. And these are good omens coming in. You know, this is the universe giving you the answers to some questions that you have been asking for a while. But it seems to calm you down much more, because once you have that vision of what is going to happen, it helps you to move through life much more calmer and easy, and things just seem to fall into place naturally. So you're getting rid of a lot of stress here this week, because you have figured out how to go about this that you wanted to change and accomplish for yourself. All right, and your Oracle card. Nice. You can do anything. Take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need to be a success. There you go. And on that note, I will say goodbye for now. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will definitely talk to you again next week. Bye for now.